Hey y'all, this is Kim with Creative Escapades. Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me today. Let's jump right into our video and see what we can create.
This is another one of those crazy idea things that I come up with when it's time to go to sleep. I call them my dream ideas. But what I've done is taken a birchwood board that still has the shrink wrap around it, and I've put some alcohol on top of it and then added a second layer of some shrink wrap. And what I want to do is do a tree ring pour in resin, and then I'm going to do a two-part video with two sections of this resin sculptured vase. So for my white, I'm using this Pearl X macro pearl, and then for the purple, I am going to use the Ranger alcohol ink in Amnesty, and because I wanted it to have a little bit of that pearl shimmer to it, I used some Pearl X Reflex Violet. And then for the pink, let me show you this first because it's so pretty. It's so shimmery. For the pink, I used the Bria Reese in Rose. And then I added some of the Nature's Garden Diamond Dust mica powders. This is a very, very fine powder, and it just is a real pearl shimmer to anything you add it to. And I love the way this pink turned out. Then I also have a cup of clear that I'm going to be using in between the colors. So we're going to start off with the clear and then just start layering the colors in here. And I first didn't layer the clear in between each one of the colors, and I noticed that they were kind of bleeding together. So I wanted to keep more defined tree ring look. So that's when I started adding the clear in between each color. And you can see how it immediately started leaving me with those rings of each of the colors. Another thing about using the alcohol in between the two layers of shrink wrap is that I actually can smooth it out a little bit if I need to, pull it a little bit, and it will allow the flow. And I actually have some silicone mats, but they weren't quite this size, and I wanted to make sure that I had enough room to make the first section for the vase as big as I needed it to be, because this will actually drape over part of the bottom of my slumping bowl, or my slumping mold, I guess I should say. So I'm just using some of the heat to pop the bubbles and to warm up the resin so that I can stretch it a little bit. And you can see right here, alcohol came in handy for moving that shrink wrap for when it did kind of pucker underneath the resin. So now what I want to do is add some stones, and I have these pink and white stones, and then I also have some Amnesty colored stones, and I'm putting it all around the edge, and I'm going to let it sit here and cure for about 4 to 5 hours to where it's still tacky but not flowing. And then once I get it to that point, I use my drape mold, and this is a mold I use for my hot glass that I can put into my kiln and slump glass over to make a vase, and it's perfect for resin as well. And I'm going to let this cure right here and let this be part 1 of the video, and we'll come back and do the second part, which will be the other half of this 2-piece vase. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please click like and share. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and ring the bell so you get notified when I upload the second part of this project.